cannot say I play MMA. You cannot say. You have to compete here with lions. If not, they're gonna hurt you. They're gonna break your arms. They're gonna break your legs.
You're on the mat with the broken leg, doing like this, telling me he's gonna kill me still. Like, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's disgusting, man. I'd break his other leg.
Talk about father, I'm gonna kill you, or about wife. Like, you cannot talk about this. You guys can watch everything what this guy did, and you guys understand. Like Dustin said, this guy's like bag of shit, you know. This is same opinion.
And I say it all the time. You can talk about whatever you want. You can talk about the fighter, whatever you want to say, but family needs to be off limits, and certainly when they've passed away.
Last couple of years, he's not hungry. And now what happened with his legs, like, never ever. Never people come back, and never gonna be people on the same crime twice. Without broken legs, yes, but with broken legs, never.
But in some ways, even though that was excruciatingly painful for Conor, and it's going to be time out and all the rest of it, it actually, in a funny way, was convenient. Because it keeps the dream alive. It gives them an excuse. It allows them to say, no, I broke my leg, I'll recover, I'll come back, we'll do another fight, a fourth fight, and then we'll win, and we'll go on from there.
But again, for the Conor McGregor fans, the Conor McGregor people that will sympathize with him, now you have an out. You can say, well, he broke his leg, let's go do it again. So ultimately, you still have an out.
Well, you know, in your phone, you can save camera like a file with pictures. He might have had a file with a bunch of ankle wrapped up pictures that said Plan B.
So you just got sparked by Dustin Poirier, so sit the fuck down, Conor McGregor. You couldn't even knock that old man off the stool. How are you gonna knock off greatness in the greatest welterweight of all time? So, you know, I think it's funny. You know, he's just trying to put his name in the hat, keep some hype out there, like he's actually a winnable fighter. Dude, the guy has nothing left, man. You made all your money, you're cashed out, you're not hungry. We get it, guy. Just go away, fade off into the driftness, man. Leave this to the guys that are still hungry and motivated.
Because he truly believes in his heart that that's the reason why his leg broke, okay? And if there was some stress fractures, then it probably is why the leg broke. You know what I mean? There is reasons for things. Things don't happen for no reason. So that's why, and he believes it would have made it to round 2 and he would have turned things around. All fighters believe that, of course. And of course, look at the fight with Chad Mendes. He was able to do that. Was it likely? No. Was it possible? Yes. You can't say it was impossible because that would just be an outright lie. So in his mind, the fight stopped because of an injury. So therefore, he's fired up to get back, to change the narrative and come back. And I got to say, as I say, I do respect that attitude. I really do. But who does he come back against?
I think a step back would be good. Take Conor back to a guy that's a striker, but a smaller striker, someone that isn't going to hurt him and make him make mistakes. Someone smaller with a name that Conor can kind of have stand in front of him.
He's got the backstory. He's a big name. He's a big deal. And he's on the slide. Tony Ferguson. That's the perfect matchup. Because, listen, I respect Tony Ferguson, but you got to be honest, he's kind of on the slide. He could turn it around and come back. But I would favor McGregor in that matchup all day. He's way too slick with his strike, and Tony's kind of sloppy and he relies on his chin. We've talked about this in depth when he was fighting. You know, he relies on his chin, and that's diminishing him now. He can't take shots like he used to. I don't know if that's the case. He's certainly coming towards the end of his career. Seems like his heyday's behind him.
Conor have good age, only 32, but Tony Ferguson 38. No. Conor with this, what happened with his mind, legs, and like, I don't think these both guys finished, but this guy is good for promotion. For UFC, okay, they're gonna bring so much, like attention, everything, okay.
That's the perfect fight for Conor to come back, beat Tony Ferguson, then he beats the boogeyman. Tony Ferguson has a tremendous following and he's known for being super, super tough. Beats Tony Ferguson, gets his mojo back, then fights Dustin Poirier.
Georges give for Dustin Poirier like 10-8. He like maul him on this round, and I think if they fight 100 times, like Dustin gonna beat him 100 times. It's my opinion.
Dana White said at the post-fight press conference they'll do a fourth fight. Conor is calling for the fourth fight. Dustin has said he will do the fourth fight. There is going to be a fourth fight.
UFC have to take from him all juice. When he come back, if you wanna come back, okay, make him fight one more time with Dustin Poirier and finish this guy, that's it. Or maybe if he fight versus Nate, okay, This is, but both of them, I think he's gonna lose.
And this happens because he don't want to be in there too. He's anxious for the kill because he wants out. And the leg thing was a factor, but come on, you were the whole time. I think that's just my, that's what I think of that fight.
You talk about Conor McGregor. You talk about a guy that since going up hasn't really done all that well, right? He's fighting the absolute best in the world. A lot of people are going to look done when they fight Khabib and Dustin Poirier. Let's not rush to judge this young man so drastically when he is losing to the cream of the crop.
It depends you fight with who. If you're gonna fight with Cowboy Cerrone, you're gonna look good. You're gonna be like lion. But if you're gonna fight like guys who on the top, who really best in the world, like Dustin Poirier, like this fight gonna show your level. Okay, fight with Cowboy or like these fights, be lion and that's it, make money.
He's a guy that can compete, but he's not the champion, Conor McGregor. He's not the double champion. He's not that guy anymore. He's just a guy that's in the UFC, that if he was just if he wasn't Conor, hasn't done the things that he's done, he would just be a regular fighter. That's probably the level of respect that he gets now. Is just he's a regular fighter with a lot of money and a lot of hype and recognition. But the old Conor, the hungry Conor, that was the fighter that fighters respected. Now, not that we don't respect him at all. He's a UFC fighter, but he's just a regular fighter.
At the end of the day, no disrespect to Conor, because I love what he's doing for our sport. I don't think he's going to be in conversation when people are sitting around at a barbershop talking about the greatest martial artists in the world.
Yeah, I said in an interview that he was losing clout among fighters and in the game. Dana White's laughing at him. Reporter asked him, he said, Conor says he's fighting Justin next. Dana laughs. That's all the proof you need right there. You're losing respect.
He's an incredible entertainer that gets people interested in these pay-per-views, or gets people interested in whatever product he's coming out with next. And one of the best promoters that's ever done it. I mean, I've never seen a promoter promoting something, lining up the next fight, sitting there holding a broken leg.
Like young generation people watch on him, like watch on this sport, and you're doing okay. If you want to promote your fight, or promote, but don't talk about father.
Call it whatever you want. It worked. Every media outlet's putting out, we got to see these guys fight a fourth time. His before, it works. It worked.
Fight, okay, like some trash talk I support, but we have always we have to know you cannot go family, wife, father, religion. This is not promote fights. This is little bit dangerous.
Fighting is having to deal with adversity every day, being told no, having to wake up, not necessarily do things that you don't necessarily want to do. And that requires discipline. It hardens you, and you become a good fighter as a byproduct of all these things that happen throughout your life. And the idea of having $100 million in the bank, where everyone tells you yes, you get to make your own schedule, you get to wake up when you want, go to bed when you want. It's the opposite of having to be a fighter. It actually softens you. So I feel like for Conor to come back, he needs to harden himself as a man. In order to do that, he needs to get rid of all them things. Maybe go away, get out of that world and become hardened again over time.